Okay, guys, now I'm about to take you from the moment I got released to the moment I got sent back to prison and what caused me to be sent back to prison. You know, from the moment they released me, they gave me about $43.82. I can still remember the money order that I received from the prison. Now, they have this van waiting outside for you because you in the middle of nowhere. So this van job is to take you to their nearest bus station. Now, once you get to the bus station, they drop you off and strike out. They don't care if you get home or whatever. You know, they actually hoping you go back to prison. So out there $43.82, you have to go in there, purchase you a ticket, get on that bus, and go home. Now, when I go inside this bus station, I'm terrified because people moving around everywhere, you know, people going outside at will, and I'm just not used to this. So this is moving entirely too fast for me. Now, I know people gonna say, you just left prison and this scaring you? Yeah, because in prison, people move with a certain order. They don't just get behind you and stuff like that and reach over you, doing stuff like this. There is no order or movements to this thing right here. In prison, there's an order. People ain't just gonna come in your section violating your personal space unless they get ready to do you something. Now, in here, my antenna's all the way up. So now I'm real paranoid and I'm just looking at everybody. I'm thinking everybody about to attack me at any given time. So now it's like a secret mission, you know, to buy a ticket, go use the payphone and call my girl and have her waiting at the bus station when I get there. So I'm going to the counter and people just walking in front of me, walking behind me, and I'm throwing my hands up. Man, I'm real jumping. People looking at me like, oh yeah, he just got out. He just got out. Now, after I purchased my ticket, I'm heading to the payphone because I done spotted it as I bought my ticket. I was already scanning the room. So I get to the payphone, and as I get to the payphone, a woman come up behind me. Sir, I was gonna use that phone. I was headed to that phone, sir. Now, I heard her the first time, but I ain't used to being called sir. I've been called inmate for so long till that then stuck with me. So I never turned around until she said I was headed to that phone, sir. Ma'am, I just came home from prison. I've been locked up for so long. This is moving too fast for me. This is a new situation. I'm just trying to call my girl. I'm gonna be off the phone in just a second. Could you please give me a second? So this woman just stops and stare at me for a couple seconds and she walks off. So I continue to dial in my girl number, but ain't nobody picking up. So I'm calling it back and back to back to back. Now at the time, this woman gone. She ain't behind me no more, so I figure, you know, I could get a couple more dials in. Sir, what seems to be the problem? Ain't no problem, sir. I'm just trying to use the phone. Well, I hear from this young lady, she was headed to use the phone and you hurry up and cut in front of her. Now I'm gonna need you to get off that phone, sir. So this lady then went and got the bus station security guard, and he comes over here just reckless, telling me to get off the phone, making threats towards me. So I get off the phone, give her the phone, and she stays on the phone till the moment my bus pull up. Now, I ain't made no kind of contact with nobody to be there waiting at the bus station in Baton Rouge to pick me up when I get there. Now, I get on the bus and I get to Baton Rouge. Now, when I get to Baton Rouge, man, I'm telling you, Baton Rouge bus station is just totally different. They got junkies walking around. They got homeless people laying in front of the bus station. They got entirely too much dudes running up to you. Hey, man, you got a dollar on you? Man, give me something, man. Now, this situation just totally triggered me. I go in fight or flight mode. Get from around me, dude. Back up. You too close. So instead of listening at me, these people are belligerent. He keeps coming. Man, come on, man. I know you got a dollar on you, man. Bam, bam. Before you know it, my instincts took over and I had to fire it off on this dude. And I knocked him smooth out. So I'm like, oh, man. And before you know it, I get tackled to the ground. Just so happens in Baton Rouge, they have a bus station security and a police was on duty. So both of them tackled me to the ground and start reading me my rights. And I'm like, oh, man, I know I ain't about to go back to prison. So the police officer put me in back of his car and he inside the bus station, and it take him like 30, 40 minutes to even come to his car. Now, he ain't got the car running or nothing. Normally, they'll turn on the car. Now, finally, he walks out. When he get in the car, he don't say nothing to me at first. He just started driving. Now we heading down to Mayflower to their police station. Now when we get halfway there, he started talking to me. And he like, man, what happened out there? Then I explained to him I just came home from prison and this guy just invaded my personal space and he just got really rambunctious asking about money. So he busts out laughing. He like, yeah, they do get carried away out here. So we talk for a minute and he like, man, you know what? I'm gonna cut you a break, man. And you know, that's why I say it do got some good police officers and some good COs out here. I don't think all of them bad and corrupt, because this guy took me to my girl. Now, when I get home, my girl just getting out the car with her mama, and I just walk up and just stand there, don't say nothing, and she turn around and she just lights up. There go my baby. There go my baby. Oh, God, thank you, God. Thank you. She hugging me. We hugging. We crying and everything. I mean, I'm overwhelmed at the time, too. My mother-in-law get out the car. She hugging me. She crying. It's a joyous day. Then she go to that back door and open that door, and I get the chance to touch my little boy for the first time. I get overwhelmed. I don't know what happened to me. I got lightheaded. I almost passed out. Man, I'm going through emotions and I can't even process them as fast as they coming. When I tell you the thing about a good woman is, she gonna make sure she let that boy know who his daddy is. Cause when I tell you, she must have been showing him my picture every day, saying this your daddy, cause that little boy latched on to me. He knew who I was. When I tell you, tears just started running down my face, I couldn't stop him if I wanted to. Man, I was hugging that little boy so tight, and man, we was walking in the house. I mean, I played with him for about 2 hours. Then after that, you already know what the business was. I put this on everything. We ain't come out that house for about a whole week. Everybody calling, want to see me. Where he at? I heard he home. I want to see him. You know how it is when you first come home. Everybody want to see you. And my girl was the most understanding person you could ever meet, because I was like, baby, I can't see everybody at once. It's going to overwhelm me. I need to see him in moderation, you know what I'm saying? So for the next 2 or 3 weeks, I go around seeing her family members, my family members. I'm getting called from friends. Man, G, boy, I won't see you, boy. But at this time, I got a whole different mindset. I'm telling them, hey, man, you're going to have to come to me, because I ain't coming to the hood. My mind ain't thinking nothing like that no more. So throughout the family and the friends, I may have got like $450 in just people giving me money. So what I did, I played it smart. I stacked up on stuff for my little boy so that'll buy me some time. So about a month passed by, then I get a call from my cousins that I grew up with, you know, as juveniles. So that's how it is, huh, bitch? That's how it is, huh? You can't call your cousin. Boy, we used to hang so tough. So this my cousin Tyrone and Nook. We used to get in all kind of deevishness as we grew up. But now they done relocated to Mississippi. So we play phone tag for about 2 months. Then it get to the point they'll call me. I miss they call. I call them. They miss my call. Then one day I get a knock at the door. Now at this time, my girl staying in some apartments behind a hospital called Earl K. Long. Oh, you thought we wasn't coming out? Yeah, we just snuck up on you, boy. Come here, boy. Boy, look at you. Got all swollen. Oh, look at my cub, boy. Now, like I said, me and my girl been together since middle school, so they knew my girl. Oh, T, you stuck it out with this knucklehead, huh? Yeah, come here, girl. Oh, we love you, sis. So we all sat down and talked for a minute. Then they got to saying, man, we got a surprise for you tonight. Yeah, you going. We taking you out tonight, boy. We going to have a blast, boy. Everything on us. You ain't got to pay for nothing. So my girl was like, yeah, you been in this house. You been home. Go ahead, man. Go have fun. I say, baby, no, I ain't going. Yeah, you going. Go have fun. I'm going to be here. So now at this time, it's still daylight. Say, G, baby, let's roll, bro. I'm about to go take you shopping first, man, get you fresh. Now, I'm checking them out. They got the jewels. I walk outside. They got the 645 Ci BMW. Oh, they popping. So soon as I get in the car, they hit the top and the top drop. So we rolling. So as we turning out my street, Nook tapped me from the back seat and give me $2,500. I'm like, oh, y'all doing it like that, huh? So we going from store to store, and they still won't let me pay for nothing. I'm talking about I'm getting everything I could possibly want, everything I look at. Yeah, we gonna get that too. Get that, man. So about 2 hours and $2,000 later, we finished shopping. So instead of taking me home, they take me to the Marriott where they staying at. Damn, man, I thought y'all was gonna take me home, bro. I need to get in touch with my girl, though. Oh, boy, use this. Now, they hand me this little straight back Nokia cell phone. Now, when I went to jail, they had these big old cell phones with the long antenna, and everybody didn't have them. Only the ballers had them. So now I got this little cell phone trying to make a call. I can't even work the goddamn thing. They like, boy, you lost in time. So they take the phone from me and dial my number. See, these boys done brought me to their hotel, man. Calm down and enjoy yourself. Spend the day with your cousins now. Enjoy yourself. Don't think about nothing else. Just enjoy yourself. So I get off the phone. Now, at this point, I done got the approval of my girl. Like I said, I ain't been able to do nothing without somebody giving me permission for a long time. So now I feel better that I done talked to my girl and she ain't tripping on nothing. All right. Let's do this then, cuz. G, check this out, bitch. Now, at the time, it was Don Julio tequila. Now, I was never much of a drinker, and at this time, I hadn't drunk in years. So we started taking shots in the hotel. Now, I know my limit, so I stopped, and they keep going. So they got music playing in the hotel, and they taking shot after shot after shot, and I'm watching them getting rowdy. Now, the day has passed. And it's nighttime. Gee, won't you go ahead and get fresh, man? We going out tonight. Bet, baby. I'm about to go do that. So I go run, jump, get super fresh, spray a little cologne on I just bought, feeling like $1,000,000, got money in my pocket, so we head out. So now we in the car. They drop the top and we ride. We going from club to club. Now they ain't got no particular plans like I thought they had. We go to this club, it's dead. We go to that club, it's dead. And finally we pull up at a club and it's just jumping. It's off the hook. Now from the moment we step in this club, they start showing out. They go pay and get a VIP section. They drop about $3,500 on the bar, so they'll keep bringing them liquor. They got champagne, they got tequila. I kid you not, these boys doing it big. The bartenders coming with sparklers in the bottles, so it's attracting the females. And before you know, we got about 4 or 5 random females in the VIP section with us. Now at this time, I start to feel uncomfortable, because I don't care if you male, female, whatever. I don't want to be around no new people. It's just like that with me. So I get up and go to the bathroom. When I get back from the bathroom, my cousin's up and they on the dance floor, and they going from side to side. They doing their thing. So they bumping all into dudes, but they not paying attention that these dudes looking at them hard. And my cousin Tyrone, when he get drunk, he get on that drunk man shit. Whoa, hold on, Wardy. You just stepped on my shoes, baby. Nah, instead of my cousin Tyrone just apologizing and go back to what he do, boy, fuck you and them shoes. You better move something. All right, boy, we gonna see. So the dudes walk off. So I go tap Nook and get Nook's cell phone and call my girl and be like, baby, look, I'm ready to come home. I'm feeling uncomfortable, man. These dudes in here on that drunk man shit, and I just ain't with it. So at this time, I'm just standing there while my cousin's still on the floor just losing their mind. So my first instinct is to keep an eye on them dudes. So I watch them for a minute and I see them leave out the club. So now at this time, my cousin them grab me, what's wrong, G, baby? And they get to bouncing with me side to side. So now that I done seen them dudes leave out the club, I kind of let my guard down and kind of get in the mood with them, so I'm dancing a little bit. My cousin Tyrone just started falling all over the place. So Nook tapped me and say, man, come on, help me get this dude in the car. It's time to go now. Okay, so we walking out the door to go get in the car, and we got Tyrone, he on one side, I'm on the other side, and we toting him to the car. Pow, 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 pow. When I say it sound like gunshots coming every way we turn, so Nook just let Tyrone go and strike out to the trunk of the car, pop the trunk and grab an SKS. Now at this time, me and Tyrone still exposed. So I grab him, and in front of the club, it got a little short wall that you can lay down behind. So I lay Tyrone down, and I want to make sure Nook's straight, but I see Nook, pop, 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 pop. He wildfiring, but these dudes ain't playing. These dudes aiming with precision. So I take off running towards him. By the time I get right up to him, I see him get hit twice. Now these dudes ain't going nowhere. The shooting stopped for a brief minute, and then it's like they reloaded and started shooting again. So I pick up the weapon. Now I don't know if it's because of all the stuff I done been through in prison, but I was just so calm, and I just picked up the weapon. Boom, 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 boom. Now I'm looking for the dudes. Boom, boom, boom. Now I'm tracing and tracking and shooting. Now I must have let off about 30 shots. Then all of a sudden they shooting stopped. I hear a car skirting out. Now by this time, Tyrone got up and made his way to us. But instead of him helping me with Nook, he jumps in the car and take off and leave both of us right there. Now I immediately take off my shirt and start wiping down the gun, but at the same time, I realize my shirt is soaking wet. Now almost at the same time as I look down and see I'm hit twice, the adrenaline wore off and my legs just gave out. Now I'm laying here on the ground about 20 feet away from the weapon, and the police start pulling up left and right. Now the first thing the police do when they get there is handcuff me and Nook and one of their partners that I hit. Okay, let me get a bus to my location. Yeah, we got 3 wounded. So instead of this police officer helping us, he go start asking questions. Good thing the fire department wasn't too far behind them, because they was the first to pull up and start rendering aid to us. So I see this officer grab a gun, start clearing the gun and everything like that, and I can remember all I kept thinking in my head, man, I'm going back to prison. Now I can remember the exact prayer I said, Lord, I don't know how I keep ending up in these positions, Lord, but I just ask you one thing. Don't let me be a felon in possession of a firearm and go to federal penitentiary. Now, in Louisiana, our federal penitentiaries is the worst. And that's the one place I don't want to go. I'm prepared to go do this prison time. Now, I see this officer and he going around talking to different people, asking who the shooters was, did you see who shot who, and how this all began or whatever. Now we being loaded up on the stretcher because the ambulance done got here. Now, inside this ambulance, the minute I got in there, that's the last thing I remember because I completely blanked out. Now, when I woke up, I was handcuffed to the bed at Earl K. Long Hospital. Now, I'm feet away from my house, and the only thing I can remember saying was I shouldn't have walked out that door. Now, when I wake up, I don't mean a minute after I wake up, the police come walk in there questioning me. Now, although you wasn't a shooter, thank you, God, you still in some real serious trouble. Now, I heard you was in one of the cars that was involved with the shooting. Now, your cousin next door, he gone. He was identified as being the trigger man. And you in clear violation of your parole. Now, we don't need to know who the other shooter was. We got him. An innocent person got hit last night, too. Now, you can help yourself and tell me the other guy you was with who drove away in the car. And I'll let the judge and the DA know you've been real helpful. Now, I'm knowing at this point, no matter what I say, I'm in deep trouble. This officer can't help me. So all I do is turn my shoulder over and ignore him. So that's how you want to act? Then he just storms out the hospital room. Now, at the same time, I'm still handcuffed and I hear my girl outside. I need to talk to him. Let me talk to him. You can't talk to him, ma'am. When he's strong enough, he's going to be booked in the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison. Man, he'd go again. Now, I stayed in the hospital for 13 days. And after that, I was booked in the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison. Now, the moment I walked in East Baton Rouge Parish Prison, I was still sore, but I was about 70%. Now we going backwards and forward to court. My girl done got a lawyer trying to give me a bond. Now, every judge we go to just reschedule my bond hearing. Then finally, I get a judge that say he's being held without bond. Okay, fam, now this was my release and what caused me to go back to prison. Now, this is what season 4, episode 1 is gonna pick up from. Now, this season is gonna be different because I come back to prison with a chip on my shoulder. So, guys, I'm in the process of purchasing new cameras and new gear so I can make this season more exciting for you guys. But I'm only gonna speak the truth and exact events. I'm not taking nothing from it, and I'm not adding nothing to it. New Jack Crew, stand up and let's get into it.